Hello, everyone. This is Guy, the Movement's pastor at Woods Edge Community Church. I want to talk to you a little bit about how to build relationships that will impact people with the gospel. Some might refer to this as engagement, entrance strategy, but the simple way of communicating it is building relationships. As you see here, I have a couple of verses listed. Luke 10, actually a chapter, Luke 10, and then 1 Thessalonians 1, 4 through 8. And the principles I want to draw out of this is that in each of these references, these biblical references, we see one, Jesus teaching his disciples, and two, we see Paul referring to how the church, the group of followers of Jesus Christ, were impacted by a simple relationship building strategy that Jesus taught, modeled, that Paul taught and modeled. And it's basically that we are messengers. We have a responsibility as ambassadors, that we are messengers. And so I talked often about movement starts with me. And so with me, I embody the message. I am a messenger. If you follow Christ, you are a messenger too. And with that, we have a message. And then we also have a mission. And in both of these passages, we see that when they received the messenger, then they also embraced or received the mission. Then they began to respond, react, and obey the mission. And that's mentioned in all of those. So we have messengers, we have a message, and we have a mission. And when people are impacted, they are responding to all three. But we also need to recognize that in this process of building relationships and people coming to Christ, that it is a process. And I like to say, as you see here, you see we have, this is a person far from God. Of course, this is the way they get near to God is through Christ. And so there are many, M-A-N-Y, many, M-I-N-I, decisions that they need to make between here and there. And you see each of these little things represent barriers or decisions that people need to make on their way to receiving Christ. First, they need to embrace the messenger. Then, of course, the message, and then begin to follow the mission. And that's how multiplication begins to happen in communities of people, in individuals, families, communities, cities, and among the nations. So just real quickly, you see right here that we have in this process, this is where the messenger comes in and we deal with mostly matters of the heart. And in this early stage, certainly we want to share the gospel. We want to bring up the gospel as soon as possible. But a lot of these issues are related to how well we listen to people, how well we love on people, how well we are at building relationships. And that's super important. And it can be done even during these times of COVID, as we're in isolation, that you can build relationships actually on Zoom, FaceTime. There's ways that we can even use technology. It's not as good, in my opinion, as a hug or a touch, but it's very important for us to start building relationships. So in this stage, certainly we want to share our story and his story, but we also want people to know that we listen well, we ask good questions, we want to bless them. Remember how we want to bless them, okay? We want to begin with prayer. We want to listen, okay? We want to eat or share meals or any way we can share life. The point is sharing life. Then we want to serve and share. So those are key principles of engagement. And so if we deal with matters of the heart, when we start building relationship with people and learn to pray, listen, ask good questions, that's real key for getting a great start in relationships. And we want to see them go from here to Christ. And if we remove one little step, we've done our job by moving them closer, by removing those barriers. I'm going to talk more about this. So first, we deal with a lot of emotional matter of the heart, connecting with people. It's real important for us to learn how to connect with people if we want to be successful at bringing life change in the gospel to people's lives. Remember, you are a messenger. You are an ambassador. You have a ministry and a message, and God wants to multiply his life through you. God bless you. I appreciate you very much.